tasks. In a far-off kingdom, lived a young maiden, a sad young lad, and a childless baby.
I wish
More than mountains.
I wish the king is giving a festival.
Life.
I wish to go to the festival.
More than riches.
And the
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
more than
I
anything.
wish we had a child.
I wish to go to the festival.
I wish we could have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
The poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival? You wish to go to the festival, the king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
People laugh at you.
Nevertheless, I still wish to go to the festival and dance for the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother, well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow would give us some milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish the black was Jack, you foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might just be what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times must I tell you? Only she's can give milk.
Come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods of all the brandies to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods just of all the brandies.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you.
If you have emptied them out in 2 hours' time,
Then you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sweet wine or more. Birds in the sky, birds in the east, leaves in the fields, in the castle and a few of those on the shore. Down in the leaves, out of the fields, out of the Quick little birds fly through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sink through the ashes into the pot.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market while he fetch the best price you can.
Mother, he's the best cow.
She's been dry for weeks. We've no food, no money, and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price. Look at her. There are bugs on her guts. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump.
What?
Son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither. And no one keeps a cow for a friend.
To the woods it's time to go, I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected now. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the the life is good, I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late.
And save some of sweets for Granny.
Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected now. Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who was sick and dead. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods to Grandma's house and all before the garden. Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the
hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here I
Cinderella, can't you hide it with a hat? You look beautiful.
I know.
She means me.
Put it in a twist.
Who will be there? Mother said be nice, father said be good. God was always there first, so be nice, Cinderella. Good Cinderella, nice, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the good of being good when everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella, kind Cinderella, nice, good, kind, good, nice.
Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claw.
Because the baker had lost his father and his mother in a baking accident, well, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and concerned that all of his efforts until now had failed. Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door. We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish, it's what you wish. Nothing cooking is there now and there.
The witch went on to tell the couple she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought you and his young wife to this house. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was a child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddlebirds, and lettuce. Right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the argument in my garden one night. He was robbing me, really robbing me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into a stone, or a dog, or a chair. But I let him have the rampion. I thought to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You will let me have the baby that you like little bear. And we'll call it Square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought it'd been more than reasonable that we all might live happily thereafter. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I'd inherited that garden, my mother had warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans.
Beans?
My special beans. I let him know. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall. When bang, crash, the lightning flashed. And well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I made my claim. Don't take away the baby, they shrieked and screeched. But I did. And I hid her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried and your mother died. And for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified. And I laid a little spell on them. You too, Sonny. That your family tree would always be a barren one.
Oh, no.
So, there's no more fruits and there's no more seeds in my garden grass. You can see my neck greens, but I'm telling you the same thing I tell kings and queens. Don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market. Fetch the best price you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes, yes.
What are you to ask?
No more than 5?
Less than 5. Into the woods, it's time to go. I have to leave. Don't you have? Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin the journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. You have to face the marketplace. Into the way to journey.
To the woods to sell a
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy? Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cake as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the time of midnight in 3 days' time. And you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be.
Oh, thank you very much.
Go to the wood!
Ladies,
Our carriage awaits.
Now may go to the festival.
The festival, darling the snail, stirring that dress, mutters are one thing, but darling, with those who make us suppose the festival, more than that
The carriage is waiting. Come, come, come.
we must be gone.
Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
Yes. I wonder if they are the...
The witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you're not gone.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell's on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell's
The
on my
spell's on
house.
our house. We must lift the spell together. The spell's on our house.
No, you're not to come, and that is final. Now what was I to return with?
You don't remember?
the cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slippers pure as gold.
The cow's white as milk, the cake.
And so the baker reluctantly set out to meet the enchantress's commands.
Gold. The slipper's pure as gold, the cow, the
I
cake.
still wish to go to the
Gold.
festival. But how am I ever to get to the festival?
White
I know Alpheus and Brothers brave the brave of the hazel tree and tell our just want to go to the king's
pure as
festival.
gold.
Into the woods I have to go, maybe all in vain I know. Into the woods, but even so I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods,
To lift the spell.
into the woods to visit mother. Into the woods to share the joy.
To make the wind.
To go to the festival. Since now the task is set. Into the woods to not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods again, I wish I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the
To
spell.
make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there. There's something in the glade there. Well, you may be careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the things that makes it worth the journey in. Into the woods to see the king, to sell the cow, to make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods. And long before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears had watered it until it had grown to become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, mother? Something more that I should do. What is wrong with me, mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, can befall when least expected.
I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what
as ever, Mr. White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When first I appeared, I seemed mysterious. Would explain I'm nothing serious.
Say that again?
Are you on your way to market? Should have been there long ago. Are you taking your time?
No, sir.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds, sir.
Jack, why such a sum?
My mother told me.
Your mother? A boy your age? Why? You'll be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?